Again, I'll say I have no complaints with this episode with how they adapted it and everything. Considering I read the manga just a few days ago and I even tweeted it out on my Twitter that I've caught up to the Goblin Slayer manga, not the light novels. I'll definitely catch up to the light novels at some point, but right now caught up to the manga. So considering that I have caught up to the manga right now, I felt like this episode was also pretty good. Like I did not see any problem. I actually like the animation, the still frames and everything. Like not gonna lie, the animation looked pretty good at points. And I will talk about the Sword Maiden, but I just want to point out that there were some points which were like still frames, just like the previous episode, even though they were not like circling around like not previous episode, but the episode before that. Like even though they were not like circling around, like when goblins there like slayed the goblins and everything, there's still frames and showed like in slow mo. It's just like the goblins they're slashing them off. Like I really like those frames. I'm not gonna lie. Like I actually like them. I don't know about you guys, but personally, for me, they were pretty good. Pretty good. Um, as for what were the mirror worlds, it was basically the mirror world was basically where all the goblins were, and the goblins that hideout it was basically goblins that the sign we see that's the goblin sign basically, and that's the reason why the goblins adapt the thing because the hideout because the the eye that was in the hideout is basically one of the weapons of the demon lord. I think so. That's what it was said, but it was basically the weapon of a demon lord, and basically the goblins were protecting it. I think so. Were the goblins correct me? Were they protecting it, or was that protecting the goblins? Because I don't remember that well, but I think so. It's vice versa, or so. Anyways, that was basically the scenario, and that's the reason why goblins started attacking. And yes, the ogre is dead. Not the ogre. Why I said the ogre, not the ogre. The goblin champion is dead. Was that a goblin champion? Yeah, that was a goblin champion. Yeah, the goblin champion is dead. It's confusing because they actually skipped the arc, which I am not happy with. But I will give the animation. I'm alright with that. Uh, if they adapt the arc, the previous arc, which they skip about the Goblin Lord after this arc, I'll be fine with that too because it makes sense. You know, the Goblin Champion comes before the Goblin Lord, and the Goblin Lord is supposed to be the strongest goblin, I would say in a way, because it goes like if I'm correct, the life cycle goes from Goblin to Hobgoblin to a Goblin Champion, and then there is the Goblin Lord. So I don't mind if the next episode is where they start to do the Goblin Lord stuff too. If they do it, I'm completely fine with that. But I just wish they do it because it's cool to see. I'm just gonna spoil it right here. If you guys don't want to hear spoilers, just go ahead at some point. I don't know when to stop, but just go ahead and just avoid the spoilers if you want to avoid the spoilers and read the manga yourself. But basically, it's character development for adventurers we haven't seen yet, and Lancer is in it. Yes, his name is literally Lancer. There is the witch in it. Like then there was the paladin. There is the I don't know what the other guy's name was. With a guy with the axe. I don't know what he is, but there are various adventures to get major development, and it all takes place with the cowgirl and everything. So like it's basically yes, her name is Cowgirl. That's literally her name, Cowgirl. So I just don't know. So yeah, I would love to see that arc because it's literally a war against goblins and adventurers. Pretty cool arc too. So I would really love to see that arc. Even if they skip it, I don't have a problem with it, but I would love to see it because it's more character development. So just saying. Um, as for this one, the end of this arc. Yes, this is the end of the arc. This episode was the end of this arc, this current arc that is going on. So as for this arc, the Sword Maiden. Why she already knew there were goblins basically there, But why she couldn't wipe out is very simple. I would say it's her PTSDs. Like that's basically how it goes for her. She was molested by the goblins, and hence why she couldn't like do anything in her power, because it would just bring her traumatic experiences again towards her, and she would just break down and basically do nothing. She wasn't able or capable of doing anything, and hence why she seeked the help of Goblin Slayer. So because obviously, if tell me, if you're a hero who was in a party who slayed the demon lord, the previous demon lord, if you're a hero like that kind of hero, and plus now you're considered a legendary hero, just imagine that, and imagine that hero being scared of goblins. Just imagine that, like somebody like us who are like high level adventurers will be like, what the hell? You scared of goblins? Like, for real? You joking, right? Like that would be our expressions. Like we will look down on the person because it's like, no, like you joking. That's completely insane. You are scared of goblins? That's just bullshit. Because it's basically that. And another thing is people look like, oh, you are not a reliable source for us. You can't protect us and all those stuff. So it's very obvious why the sword maiden needed the goblin slayer, because if she had her own people do it, they wouldn't believe her basically. So that's basically why the sword maiden needed the goblin slayer just in general, and she just wanted somebody to understand her situation and what she was going through. And the Goblin Slayer didn't understand the situation at all. Nah, he didn't understand anything at all. He's like, I don't understand you because I saw everything from start to the finish, but I wasn't the one who's getting molested, so no, I don't understand your situation. Like, damn, Goblin Slayer, you don't need to be so cold. And again, that's Goblin Slayer's character, so we can't do anything. It's literally his character. There isn't anything we can do about him. So, yeah, I literally don't see anything that the Goblin Slayer can actually do about it. Like, we can literally do nothing about that when it comes to Goblin Slayer. Anyways, that's that was pretty much what happened there. But the Goblin Slayer did say that if you need any help with slaying the goblins, I am there for you. And that's what she needs. So she is alright. Even in dreams, Goblin Slayer will be there for you. If you are afraid of goblins, call the Goblin Slayer. He will slay the goblins for you. There you go. That's the simple. Contact number was 1-800-964-7894. I don't know what I just said, but I'm good. That's the Goblin Slayer's contact number. What the hell was that? That's the most awkward shit you would ever say to someone. Like, that's the Goblin Slayer's phone number. Jeez. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this episode of Goblin Slayer. Pretty much this arc. This arc was very well done, very well animated to begin with. Because considering the animation in the first few episodes, there was shock value and everything, but the animation wasn't up to like some of the big animes going on right now. So even though this anime is kind of like right now, it's a big deal type of anime. Like the animation wasn't on par with some of the big deal type of animes that are going on this season. So it's good to see the animation actually go like this arc going like full on their animation, even though we had CG Goblin Slayer, and I don't mind that at all. A lot of people do mind the CG Goblin Slayer. A lot of people do mind CG in anime. Personally, unless it's berserk like CG, I'm all good, son. I'm all good for that. So yeah, uh, it was a pretty decent anime. It was not the anime, but the arc, very well animated, I would say, and pretty much the story of this arc was also very interesting and very eye-catching, I would say. So the arc was pretty good. Still, I think so. There are like 3 episodes left now. 3 episodes, right? Or am I wrong? Is this a 24 episode series or 12 episode series? Let me know, because if this is a 12 episode series, then I hope they do a Goblin Lord arc next one. If the next arc is gonna be the Goblin Lord arc, if it's gonna be, or is it gonna be the three? Is it gonna be the heroes showing up? Yeah, the chick heroes. I don't want that arc to be the next one, but whatever. Anyways, let me know what you think about this episode of Goblin Slayer. Let me know what you think about this arc of Goblin Slayer. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace.